I guess the longest standing metric for success and achievement of telling people we have arrived is what? Money. Lots of it. Wealth, maybe riches, maybe being millionaires, being billionaires, and maybe, you know, after 5 years we have trillionaires already. That is the longest standing metric. So you ask people, okay, what do you want? I want to be rich. Why do you want to be rich? And there's so many reasons that they give. Some highly personal, others will be common, like, I'd like to provide for my family. I'd like to be able to travel around the world. I'd like to buy, my bucket list cars, like Lamborghinis and Porsches and, name it. Okay, and I want to, buy the finest things in life. Okay, own my own Learjets, etc., etc., etc. Okay, is that it? Is that really the very essence of it? Okay, so welcome to episode 162, and we're still in the series of Live Wiser in 2026. I mean, having a lot of money, definitely, Ms. Mulu, I'm sure you will say that makes us wiser. It gives us options. It gives us power, to do anything, all right, etc., etc. Okay, let's find it out. Okay, so I'll start with this statement, that not actually startled me, but it is actually an affirmation of a personal pursuit. Okay, personal pursuit. I shared with you in the past episodes that values are important, isn't it? Values are what you consider important. They actually point you or goad you, to meaningful existence. And I shared with you my top three personal core values. And that is what? That's freedom and independence. We will get to discuss the difference in the next episodes, but freedom and independence is very, very important to me. People violate that, you're gonna get it. Second is fairness and justice. Okay, maybe fairness and justice. Okay, I fight. I fight anything that has a tinge of unfairness and injustice. Okay, the third really is authenticity. It's authenticity and integrity. Okay, integrity, honesty, authenticity, they are related. Those are important to me. Okay, and I make decisions, okay, make my choices based on those three core, okay, core values. Okay, so why am I saying this? Because this particular, these particular statements I will share with you. Okay, uh, um, actually resonated with one of those values, but in a very, very unique way. Okay, so how do we put together the longest, standing metric of success is money, lots of it, and my core values. Okay, which is what? Freedom and independence and the rest. Okay, here it is. Here's the intersection. Here's the defining fork in the road, so to speak. Okay, the point of making money is not, it says there, is not so you can buy everything. If that is not radical, I don't know what it is. Okay. The point of making money is not so you can buy everything. It is so that no one can buy you. Mm. Real wealth is not about flexing with material things. It is about freedom. There you go. Isn't it? That's my number one personal core value. Freedom and independence. It says here, real wealth is not about material things. It's about freedom. It is about having the power to say no to things you do not approve. Walk away, from temptations. Live life on your terms without being controlled by someone else's paycheck or approval. That's powerful. My dear, fascinating Renaissance friends, this is powerful. When you choose money for status, you stay a slave to it. Okay? But when you build money for freedom, it becomes a tool that works for you instead of the other way around. Ah, the goal of money, okay, is not to be owned by things. We're just so scared of losing those things. So we compromise our integrity and all the other. We compromise our relationships, okay? But to own your time, your choices, and your future, okay? Money at its highest level is leverage. What do you mean by leverage? It's something you use, you know, something you use for your own benefit. It gives you options. There you go. Options. Control over your time. And make sure no one can dictate your value. Because when you are truly free, that is when you are truly wealthy. Okay, my friends, we're talking about live wiser in year 2022, a different mindset. All of these things, I hope can actually enrich, okay, and evolve or transform your mindset, okay, so that we can have a different rhythm how we live our life, and then we can really have a different, higher destiny. Okay, so it's not about not making money. No, 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 no. I have nothing about that. We make money. Okay, not because we want to buy everything that we want, but money actually gives us the freedom, okay, to be who we want to be. Okay, so is this practical or is this sublime? I mean, I think it's both. It's very practical because the power of money. You don't chase money for status, for things which actually do not last. But it buys you your options. It buys you your freedom, so nobody can own you. So you can be free to practice your integrity, your honesty, your love for your family, things like that. So that's where the intersection is, the practical, okay, and the sublime. Because now let's just dovetail to Carl Jung, my favorite psychologist. He's the founder of analytical psychology, has written 20 books, about personality, about archetypes, and all of that. And look at what he said. A human being without meaning becomes spiritually dehydrated. Okay? Dehydrated, dehydration cause death, by the way. Okay? Meaninglessness, without meaning, okay, doesn't destroy life. It destroys the will to live. So many successful, wealthy people, including those billionaires, maybe, okay, they feel empty. Okay, life is full for them. They have billions. They have what? They have jets. They have yachts. Life is full. but their soul is starving for meaning. So, burnout. So, this is another way of looking at burnout. Burnout is often not exhaustion for working so hard, working too much, all of these things. Burnout is often not exhaustion. It is self betrayal, he said. Living a life that has no meaning. Okay, it is a life, that is based on people's metrics for success. Oh, you're a billionaire. Voila, you are successful. Okay, so living a life that is not ours. It is dictated. I said that in the previous, episodes. Life dictated by culture. Life dictated by society. So he said, if you don't unconsciously transform, you unconsciously decay. Okay. So, so how do you marry the practical side of the power of money in a life of, full of meaning? There it is. Okay, practical and sublime can be together, right? You got to can have meaning so that the power of money, will actually work for you. It gives you the freedom, okay, to chase after meaning, after fulfillment, after love and all of that. Okay, so again, live wiser in year 2026. Okay, different mindset, a different rhythm, a different destiny. So if this resonates with you, please give your comments. I'll give your insights in the comment below. We will engage. Okay. And together, this is Miss Malu Cervantes, your um, co-sojourner, your life coach, your mentor, navigating the autumn of our life. Until the next episode, goodbye.